everybody. It is a beautiful Monday morning. We are starting off the week pretty much like we start off every other morning, and that is with pig chores. So Emma and I just got down here to the first building. Oh, Emma, acknowledge the camera.
Hi, bye.
So we are just getting started with pig chores in the first building right now. If you're new here, we have 3 hog house buildings, and we have 3,600 pigs that we raise. We got them in a little while ago, and they are already getting so big. They are very mean, and walking in the pens with them is not fun because they are aggressive. With that being said, I'm gonna head into the hog house now and see what we can do to get these chores done. Y'all see how big these guys are getting? Okay, the first building has been walked. Feeders are looking good, waters are looking good, all the pigs are looking really good, getting big, growing well. We did have one dead today, but he was one that had problems when he came in, so it's not too surprising. Our goal is to keep the number of deaths as low as possible, but when you're raising up 3,600 pigs, you're gonna lose some along the way. It's just like whatever you do, it's gonna happen. So we did have one die today, but the rest of them are honestly looking really good and not too bad at all. Real quick before I head in here to this next building, I did have something I wanted to show y'all. So we got a little package this past week, and we've already been putting it to good use. So we got these masks. There was a package of about like 3 or 4 of them, and they're the really nice kind. So I'll show you guys. They have like the replaceable filters and stuff. Way nicer than any other mask I've ever used in the hog house. Usually we use the like, you know, cheaper ones that are like close to disposable. They don't last real long, but we've been using these since we got them, and they are really, really nice. Emma's using one too. She's already taken off to get started on chores. But yeah, we've been using these. We really like them. They've been so nice and are very appreciated. Thank you so much to whoever sent the mask. We really appreciate it. It's being put to very good use, and it just means a lot to know that y'all are like thinking of us and wanting to send us little things like that and making sure that we have good masks for the hog house. So we appreciate it. In this loading chute by the hog house, we have a nest of baby robins here. They just hatched last week, and tell you what, they were looking ugly when they hatched. They were bald little things, did not look very nice, but they've shaped up a little bit, at least gotten some feathers now. They're just chilling. Okay, pig chores are finished, so we're gonna head home, get changed out of pig clothes, and then see what else we're gonna be working on today. I do have a little bit of footage from, I have like 2 little bits of footage to show you actually. So some of it is from this morning when some of the family was out picking green beans in the garden because the green beans are ready. Beautiful morning here. And we are up early to get some beans harvested. We have 8 rows of green beans. I picked over 2 rows yesterday, got a bucket off of each row. And so we're out here bright and early this morning. It's a little bit after 5:30 to get these beans picked over before it gets too hot. Garden is very happy. We have sweet corn, beans, there's a bunch of tomatoes in there, and squash, and potatoes are doing good. Have some sunflowers up there, so everything is very happy. We've been getting a lot of rain lately, so we're thankful for that. So it's a beautiful morning.
Okay, here they're picking beans. Pretty boring work. Nobody likes it, but start early. It's a Monday too, which takes some fun out of it. But it's been kind of muddy. It's been real wet. And so we're behind on a lot of this outside work. Yard needs mowed like crazy. Garden needs weeded like crazy. But quick garden tour. Those are the long-term storing onions. They're doing great. They should be getting, they'll be getting big. And those are Patterson onions. They will make, they're not spring onions. They're going to be long-term storage. Garlic, you see the garlic already. Look at it. Those are scapes that stick up. It's almost ready to pick. That's fall garlic. This is spring garlic. And again, that's all weeds. So We got a till. Yard's huge and ginormous, but we had almost 4 inches of rain last week, so can't help it. Strawberries that we just planted this year doing good, so that needs a lot of cleaning. Asparagus is liking it. Then we have sunflowers. Potatoes have bloomed. We'll probably start digging a few of them. Tomatoes in here doing great. Miscellaneous squash. Of course, the beans are getting picked. Real nice picking the beans, and the sweet corn's tasseling. Got the cherries all picked, and these apple trees should have been pruned. If we didn't have 6 inches of rain in June, we'd be in trouble. But with all the rain, actually, the apples are probably gonna make good. So, quick overview of the garden, and the workers hard at it, 5 in the morning, beating the heat. So, we'll see what else we have going today. And I got camera duty, so let's see what else we can do.
So that's what they've been working on this morning, and we have so many green beans, y'all, like tons. Okay, so there's not going to be a shortage of green beans around here anytime soon, I can promise you that. And then the other little bit of footage that I have to show you guys is from when we were picking cherries, because the cherries have been ready recently. So Papa and Granny have a big cherry tree, and we went over and harvested all the cherries from that. We are over here getting started on a job for the day, and what we're going to be working on is picking cherries. So we're over here at Papa's and Granny's house. We have this big cherry tree, and it is loaded with cherries. It always produces so many cherries every year. They're not sweet cherries. They have a more tart flavor to them, but they're great for canning or pie filling and stuff like that. So it is time to get them all picked. So we got a full crew. We got Mom over there, and we got Caroline and Eliza and Lemuel and Jocelyn. So we are gonna get started working on this. We're not actually cleaning off the whole tree today. We're just gonna get the darkest ones, and then we'll do another picking later. But that is the summary here. I should stop talking and stalling and actually get to work, probably.
Why are you recording me?
I'm trying to get a little ambiance shot here of you picking cherries.
Eli's over there. Why are you recording me? Very nice cherries this year. We've gotten just enough rain that they did well. They're usually not quite this big, so.
Yeah, the past couple of years, it's been rough on them because it's been a drought, but this year they're looking good. Okay, y'all, we are about finished. There's still some left, but we just got the ripest ones, and we'll do more pickings after this. But we got a really good first picking. Here you can see, got several big bowls of them here. So they do have pits, so we'll take these home, get all the pits out, and then yeah, this is our first cherry picking for the year. Okay, so Papa and Granny are gone right now. They're gone to the store, but we brought the cherries inside here. And we also, while we were here, we raided their freezer, and we got some popsicles. So we're gonna enjoy these after a morning of hard work. We found popsicles! I hope y'all enjoyed those little bits of footage. It's so nice when we finally get to the point of the year where we're harvesting fresh produce from the garden and getting fruit and all of that. There's just a few clips of what we have been harvesting lately. Okay, got changed out of pig clothes, chores are done. Now we're gonna get started on the actual work for today. And today our job is to get some corn out of this bin here behind me. Maybe a couple other bins, but for sure out of this bin. So when we put this corn in, we did not run this stuff through the dryer. And when you have corn sitting in the bin, you kind of know what the moisture's at and everything, but there's always that kind of what if something went wrong and it's spoiling inside of the bin. Then when we go to sell it and we bring it out, it's just rotten and no good, and that could be a major problem. So what we're gonna do is we are just gonna get an auger cart out here, take out a little bit of corn from the center of this bin, see what it's at, make sure, look for a couple things. We don't want it to be heating up at all. It needs to be nice and cool. If it's heating up, that's a sign that it's gonna start spoiling. Don't want it to be smelling off at all or anything like that. Really, we're just gonna make sure that it is storing in perfectly good condition and not going downhill from the quality it was when we brought it out of the field. So we aren't actually selling any of our grain yet, but we do want to make sure that our grain is storing well for when we do want to sell it. So we have our truck loading auger out right here. This one is so nice because you can just like maneuver it around pretty easily and it's not bad to deal with at all. We're going to move this little trailer out from in front of the unloading auger here. And then we're going to get an auger cart around here and see what we can do to get some corn out of this bin.
Okay.
We're looking a little off here. You the direction giver?
Yeah.
So you're the one to blame?
I guess.
Add left. Left just a little bit more.
Almost got it.
Okay, you're running into it. Stop right there, right there. Back up a little bit more. Whoa. Forward a little bit. Row. Okay, hold it right there. You want to record or you want to hook it up? Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, there, I got it.
No more technical difficulties.
I don't think you're paying attention to the framing here.
Yeah.
It needs to be like the top of the screen needs to be about at the top of my head if you're gonna record.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, so I have like a little cameraman now, so we're getting professional here. We got the trailer moved. We have the moisture tester out here for when we do get some corn out of the bin. We need to get the auger set up, but now we're gonna go get an auger cart out and ready to get some corn out. So clearly we need to get a few things out before we can get to the auger carts here. But we're having some problems because this tractor will not start. The batteries won't hold a charge and they're pretty new batteries. They were put in last September, so they should be perfectly fine right now, but they are not, which is a problem. So we can't get this tractor started. We're gonna have to do something about that in order to get these out. While we're back here, I thought I'd give y'all a little crop update on the soybeans here. They are looking very good, getting so big. They're gonna be canopied pretty soon, which means that when they're canopied, it means that you can't see, like when you look down the rows, you can't see any dirt in between the rows. So the canopy is a big deal because the canopy is actually what we rely on a lot for weed control in corn and beans. It's not like we're just spraying and then that chemical is what's keeping all the weeds gone all the way until next year. The chemicals don't last long at all. We put on as little as we possibly can in order to make it to where the crops are going to canopy. And the canopy, when it gets up and covers in between the rows, that blocks out all the sun from the weeds and then the weeds won't grow. So that is where a lot of our weed control comes from. It's not all just from spraying. The spraying actually does not last long at all. But I thought I'd give y'all a little update. The crops are looking very good. I need to get to a cornfield sometime so I can show you guys what the corn is looking like, but beans are looking good. And we actually have gotten so much rain lately. We've gotten over 5 inches, like at least 5.5 inches, close to 6 inches in the past week or two, and the crops have been loving it. It's like so nice, especially we've been in a drought for like several years. Now we're like back to a normal sort of year, and everything is loving it. Everything is growing well, soaking up this water and making the most of this rain. So we're so thankful for the rain, and it's helping the crops out a lot. We've actually gotten more rain in the past couple weeks than we would be getting in like the entire summer last year and the year before and all of that. We were not getting much rain at all. We were in a drought, and now we're getting more rain in a couple weeks than we were an entire summer. At this point, we're happy for the rain to take a break for a little bit and for things to just kind of get some sun and grow, but this rain has done so much for the crops already, and it's been wonderful. Update on the tractor starting situation. We are going to take those batteries out and take them back up to the place that we bought them at, and because they're supposed to hold a charge and they aren't, so we need to take them back, and they have not been in there very long, so gonna get some replacements. We're just kind of at a little bit of a standstill here for a couple minutes. Dad's on the phone with a few people. We're gonna figure some things out. We might actually end up selling some grain this week. We'll see. I don't know if we will or how much. Just kind of.
Away from that list. Oh, sorry.
We're just kind of figuring some things out right now. It's not exactly an ideal time to sell. The market prices are not great. It's always stressful to try to figure out when you need to sell. You don't know what the prices are gonna do. Should you sell? Should you keep it? Should you wait? Should you sell a little bit of it? Should you sell all of it? It's a stressful time and trying to figure out how to best manage selling the crop from last year and all of that. So that's just what we're dealing with right now, and Dad's got a lot going on with that. So it's kind of the more, I guess put that up, child. You're going. Hi. I guess you don't see that as much on video because it's not like the work and stuff, but there's a lot of stress and thinking and all that goes on behind the scenes from Dad and Papa of just trying to manage this crop the best way possible and when to sell and all that stuff. And it's, as you can imagine, when you know our whole year is relying on what we sell this crop for, then it's it's kind of stressful. So anyways, I'll keep you guys updated on all that and see what ends up happening and if we end up selling or how much we end up selling and all that stuff. I'm not sure what we're going to be using the 27 for, but Dad said to fuel it up, so we're going to get it fueled up here. Okay, Papa just got back, should have us some new batteries there, and we'll go get them put on the 44.
Papa came back with the batteries, so we're installing them. Hopefully they work. I think it's gonna be okay, hooked up.
Hey, don't put the terminals on yet, cause
Yes, sir, I won't.
This is put in. What does that protect?
You really never know what to expect from a day. You can go into a day with one thing planned and end up having something completely else done by the end of the day. It's kind of what we're doing today. So a little update on the grain selling front. We have sold 15,000 bushels of beans, which is going to be pretty close, if not all of our beans. So we actually have a truck coming within an hour to get loaded up with beans and start hauling. We need to get all 15,000 bushels hauled this week. So going to be a busy week of hauling. We're going to get a couple loads hauled a day, and then that should be pretty good. So we're over here at the big bin. This is where all of our beans are. The sheep are right over there actually, but they have a hot wire running there. This is where all of our beans are at, and we have an auger already set up. We set this up last week, I believe, because we don't want to have to do it like on the day of, because typically it's like 1 minute you don't have anything sold, next minute you have a truck coming within an hour, and it just takes a lot of stress away if we don't have to worry about a truck coming right as we're setting up an auger. So we have the auger already set up. Now we just wait for the truck. We're gonna get some first beans of the year taken out of this bin, get the first grain hauled from last year's crop. Our switch here is covered in ants.
You wanna wait over here?
Okay, y'all, the truck has arrived. Try and get it backed in here and get the loading started. Almost done with the first truck. The second truck is already here waiting to be loaded as soon as this truck gets finished. Okay, one truck is headed out, the other one's gonna back in here. Okay, second truck, here we go. Little update on how we're doing. This is our crew right here. We have myself, Eliza, and Lemuel. I will say, when you have two bored, hungry 10-year-olds with you on a crew, it keeps things interesting. Anyways, we are all hungry and ready for lunch, and just chilling here until we get this other truck loaded. Then hopefully we'll go,
which will be probably about another 30 minutes.
The beans are so dusty. Not looking forward to getting into the bin and scooping them out with all that dust. Y'all, it's a full-time job keeping these guys in line, okay? All of my older sister's skills are being put to the test right now. Older sisters? I only have one older sister. My older sister's skills with fussing at y'all. Oh. They're crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not. I'm sitting here being fine. So that's kind of true. That one's a crazy one. Alrighty everybody, it is now a different day, but I wanted to come on here and kind of wrap this video up a little bit. It was funny to me when I was editing this video, watching back at the beginning of the day, when I was explaining what we were going to be doing with getting auger carts out and taking a sample out of each bin and seeing what the temperature was and all that. and then how we ended up not doing any of that and instead doing something completely different. So it just kind of goes to show that you never know what a day may bring, and you can have plans and stuff going into a day, but you also have to be flexible because sometimes opportunities come up, things come up, unplanned things come up that you just kind of have to deal with, and you gotta change plans a little bit, and that's how a lot of days go. And you'll start off with one plan, and at the end of the day, you'll have done something completely different. So that's just kind of how some days go, and you just gotta be flexible and roll with it, and then see what the day may bring, because you never really know. But we ended up getting all of our beans sold, and then we started hauling them. So we sold 15,000 bushels of beans, which should be close to all of our beans. We might have a little bit more than that at the end. We'll see. And then we started hauling. So we had 2 semis hauling. We loaded them, they took it, and then Papa loaded them again that afternoon, but I was not over there, so I didn't get any footage of that. But that's kind of the update on that, and we will be hauling more beans in the next video, working on that. And then at some point we have a bunch of corn to sell as well, but we don't have that sold yet, so we'll see what happens with that. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like a lot was going on. Maybe it was a little bit chaotic, so I'm sorry about that if it was, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We will see you next time.